Hello, I am just going to go and help a friend get a Christmas tree. Do you get a Christmas tree? And the question is, do you get a real tree or do you get a plastic tree? Beautiful. Here we are, the signs of winter. Pyracanthus. Nice red and orange. Not far away now, and we'll be opening our Christmas presents. It's a nice little thing the friends of the park have done. They've put in one of these hazel fences and have put flowers all the way down and bulbs. So it would look rather spectacular. I do like this type of a fence. I wonder how much that is. Maybe something for the new plot when I get it. But it'll be interesting to come back in the summer and just see how it all looks. Yes, that time of day where we have people with annoying voices taking their dogs out. As much as it's nice to be living by a park, it's I'll be glad to get away. Oh, there's a sign there. Yesterday was the singing in the park. I didn't come and film it because I filmed it last year. And I thought it'll be the same old songs. It's that type of day today where it's not cold but it's not warm. So its hat and coat have been on and off all morning. So we went to go and pick up the Christmas tree. My friend bought a Christmas tree from a guy who was selling them in his front garden, who actually turned out to be my very first landlord when I came to London 18 years ago. So we said we'd go back this morning. I thought I'd go and help him collect this tree and walk it through the streets because it was 6 foot. But we turned up and there was nobody there. So I don't know if he's going to go back and try later, but I thought I was going to head home now and probably sort out a few more boxes because I still haven't got everything sorted. There's one or two things. I have sorted out a van, but it's like everything's on standby. I don't know a date yet, so I'm hoping to hear by the end of today about the house. And if I don't hear by the end of today, then I think I might give them a phone call tomorrow. Right. It's very quiet out, I must say. Right, I'm going to have a cup of tea. We interrupt this broadcast for a special announcement. I had an email off a viewer yesterday, in fact, saying, Sean, I'm aware you have a Patreon account where people can support you every month for a few pounds and get extra videos, extra pictures and extra thoughts and feelings. But I don't want to commit to something like that, but I want to thank you for all the hours of time you've put into making these videos from over the years. So I said, I have a PayPal account where you can drop a little donation there. And she said, because of an issue with truck drivers in Canada, she no longer supports PayPal. So I'm not sure what that is about. So she suggested that I set up something called Buy Me a Coffee. Now, I don't like coffee, but I do like a cup of tea. So I have set it up, and I'll put the links in the video description below. So if you would like to buy me a tea as a thank you for all the hours of videos that I've produced this year, then now you can. And I thank you very much indeed, especially on these cold days. We all need a warm cup of tea. Now let us return to our broadcast. So I thought I'd come for a walk over on the rusty allotment. I had an email of a viewer, or it was a comment on one of the recent videos, saying that she knew about Buy Me a Coffee, which is that thing that I set up. but she would rather buy something as a gift for all the work on the videos, or as a gift for moving into the new house. And she suggested something which I didn't know what this was about, so I had to go off and do a bit of research. But it is something called an Amazon wish list. So I've set one up. It's a great idea because I've set it up and I've actually sent it to family, so that if they want to buy a Christmas gift, then there's a list. It's a bit like a wedding list thing, I would imagine, where you highlight what you would like. So things like dishes and spoons, tablecloth, stuff for the house. And I thought that's quite a good thing, that is. So if you want to support, you can buy a teapot or something, and then over the coming months you'll be able to see it in the videos. Look at that for a runner bean structure. I'll certainly keep them secure. Haven't been over here for ages. I remember when we just had this one shed here. We didn't have all these extras. In fact, in this space here was a shop. It was in one of these old railway carriages. I don't think Rusty's here today. I think he's indoors. Something's gone on down here. They've tidied up. Some of these trees are the trees that I donated a couple of years ago. Let me take you down here and show you something. Down in the corner, we built about 12 years ago a communal compost bin, and it was a huge thing, and it filled all this space. Well, a couple of months ago I happened to be walking down here and I noticed this new fence, so I mentioned it to somebody on the committee and I said, I like the new fence. And he said, what are you on about? And we think the neighbour did it, where they just came without asking, and they ripped down the fence that was there, which was made up of those bit of fencing. They just ripped it down and they paid for a brand new fence, which is all well and good, but what we had there before might have looked a bit horrible, but it was full of hawthorn and stuff, and it would have been very hard for a thief to have got through it, whereas a fence like that is quite easy to jump over. So people think they're doing some good when they aren't sometimes. Look at this greenhouse cum shed. I love this. I looked at them on the internet, but they were nearly £1,000. These were. Obviously, when I get my new plot, I'll be looking for a shed, but I wouldn't spend something like that. I'll probably make my own. I'll just end up with one of these little cheap things there. It's a shame that I can't take the shed that I bought a couple of months ago, but it's far too big to put in the van that I've got. The van is only a transit van, so I might donate the shed to the landlord and say that he can have it, or maybe I'll give it to the guy who's going to take me down in the van. But I wouldn't be sorry to see the back of this place, to be honest. I give quite a big chunk of my life to this place, and I've served my time. It'll be good just to go to a place where I'll just have the one plot. No, I'm not going to go down to my plot just in case Rusty is there, because I haven't got any food with me. So I might call back over later. But it's nice just to walk and enjoy the peace and quiet. Well, thanks for joining me. I don't know what this video was about. It was supposed to be about getting Christmas trees, but then that didn't happen. But that's life, isn't it? As Esther Branson would say. So I'll catch up with you next time. So from me until then, bye for now. I'm going to go in. There's a cold wind blowing. Could do with a nice cup of tea.